Hello guys, today let's learn historical or biographical approach. This is literary criticism. So in this, historical or biographical critics see works as the reflection of an author's life and times. That is like of the character's life and times. So what are the characters they mention in the play that are called their life and at what time. Similarly, this approach, historical and biographical approach, is necessary to know about the author and the political, economical, and social context of his time in order to truly understand the work or works, whatever the works he has written. So, what are the advantages of this work? Advantages, right? When we talk about advantages, generally this approach works well for some works, like when we say Alexander, Alexander, Alexander Pope, John Dryden, and Milton. So generally these writers, right, which are obviously political in natures, whatever they have written, these are politically nature. It also necessary, right, to take historical approach in order to place allusions in their proper classical or political or biblical background, right. What are the disadvantages? When we are talking about the disadvantages, generally new critics refer to historical or biographical critics believe that the meaning or value of a work so is determined by author's intention. So here that again author's intention as the intentionally fallacy. So art is reduced to the level of biography rather than universal, right. So there are some, like we can say that checklist for historical critic questions. Well, what are the questions, possible questions we can pose, like when the work, so when the work was written, when the work was written, when was it published, when was it published, how was it received by the critics and public, and why. So critics view and what is the way and how, what does the work's reception reveal about the standards of taste and value during the time it was published and reviewed, published and reviewed. What social attitudes and cultural practices related to the action of the word were prevalent during the time the work was written and published. So these are the possible critical questions, right. What kind of power relationships does the word describe or reflect or embody? To what extent can we understand the past as it reflected in the literary work? To what extent does the work reflect differences from the ideas and values of its time? So these are the possible checklist questions for historical. When it's come to biographical, is also like what influences, right, this year, what influences, like people, ideas, movements, events, so evident in the writer's life does the work reflect. So here influences, like it may be people, ideas, movements, what movements, and to what extent are the events described in the word a direct transfer of what happened in the writer's actual life. Next, what modifications of the actual events has the writer made in the literary work, for what possibly purposes, like that. And next, what are the effects of the differences between actual events and their literary transformations in the poem, story, or play or essay, whatever that it may be, like a story or play, talking about play or essay. So that, and what is the author revealed in the work about his or characteristic modes of thought, perception, or emotion? What place does this work have in the artist's literary development and career? So this is about historical or biographical approach to literary criticism. Yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel for more views, more videos.